Hello everyone and welcome to another YouTube video of mine. This is for the fans of Christian Prince and this video is just so that the fans of Christian Prince can actually use their own mind and think on their own initiative. I'm going to show you the names of the prophets, the 25 prophets in the Quran, and I want you to write them down on a piece of paper. It's not a very big list, it's only 25 prophets. Now, these names that you see of the prophets, I want you to write down the names of them. There are only 25, and you can actually write their names down. You can pause. I've given enough opportunity that you can pause the video to write them down, or you can actually Google the names and write down the names of the prophets in English and in Arabic. So, for example, Adam would be the same, but some of the names are slightly wee bit different. So you can always go into Google, you can Google it down and write a list of them, or you can copy it from over here by pausing the videos. So I'm just giving a moment for everyone to actually view it as it is. Please have a good look at it. And once you've actually written the names down, you would notice that the prophets that are actually mentioned in the Bible and in the Quran are the same. The only one that is not the same is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace be upon him. That's the only one which is not the same. After writing the list, ask yourself one question, one very deep question. If the names are the same, then the storyline should also be the same or similar to one another. I have noticed several times, and I once decided to do that, I saw that the Quranic verses that Christian Prince criticizes, they're the same or similar verses are actually in the Bible as well. So what I did was, I took a screenshot of one of his YouTube videos, which talks about Prophet Moses, Musa, speaking through a bush. So what I did was, I actually went onto Google and I Googled Moses speaking through a bush, Bible. So there came a verse of the Bible which has a similar situation. I said to myself that Christian Prince, I don't know why he calls himself Christian Prince, he does not know anything about the Bible. He opened up the Quran with the intent to actually find criticism. He laughs at the caller just asked him that, oh, your prophet spoke through a bush. That sort of comment he was making. And the Muslim had to give an explanation. And the Christians were commenting on YouTube saying that these Muslims are crazy and these people would never straighten up. I say to myself, do these people that watch him, they don't know the Bible, and the person who's speaking does not know the Bible? My concern with Christian princes and the people that watch him is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is like, for example, a person is doing the same thing. For example, one person is drinking, another person is drinking, and one person who is drinking says to the other, you're a drunkard and you're not in your senses. And he says to him, well, what are you doing? So, first of all, you need to realize that if the names are the same, the storyline is also the same. Think about, and now regarding the verse that he talks about, Christian Prince, that it says in the Quran, to kill disbelievers where you find them, that sort of verse that he talks about. There are verses in the Bible which talks about killing the non-believers, which I'm showing to you right now at this very moment. My concern is that whenever Christian Prince talks about a verse in the Quran, what you need to do, for example, the burning bush situation, you should listen to his communication, what he's talking about, and immediately try to find a similar verse in the Bible. Like, for example, as I did, Moses speaking to bush, Bible verse, and it immediately came out. What people need to do is, instead of considering the Muslims as illogical or whatever, find a verse similar in the Bible yourself. The type of verse that he's criticizing in the Quran, you need to find a similar verse to that in the Bible. You need to listen to the communication, listen to the discussion, listen to the debate, and then Google for us to see if there is a similar verse in the Bible or not. You should think in your own initiative. Second, if you think that there's no such thing as kill non-believers in the Bible, then you need to think about what you know. You know about the story of Prophet Noah, who wished to God that all the disbelievers die. So Allah advised him, God advised him, to build a ship. Whoever will believe you would actually go in the ship. Your believers will go in the ship. And there came, of course, a flood. It flooded, and all the disbelievers drowned. Can you explain to me what was all of this all about? The story of Prophet Noah, and Nuh in Arabic, the Quran describes him as Prophet Nuh, the same Noah's Ark, the same storyline, the same logic behind it, disbelievers dying in one flood. You can go to the storyline yourself, Prophet Noah, Noah's Ark, storyline, Google, and you'll find, you can summarize the event. You can find a summary. Immediately, you'll find biblical references and Quranic references talking about the same event. What was that all about, where all disbelievers die? So, if you doubt, if you're saying, okay, you have shown us a verse in the Bible which talks about killing non-believers, it must be in a different context. Can you explain to me this context? What was all of this all about? It's clear that both of the religions are talking about the fact that both of the religions are talking about the same things. The only place where there's a difference, and I will mention it to you, where is the difference? The difference is that in the Quran there's an additional prophet, just one additional prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's just one additional prophet. That's the difference. And the Muslims believe that Jesus was not crucified. He went to heaven in bodily form. That's one thing. The second thing about Jesus, they believe that he was not the Son of God, but he was just a prophet. That should not make the Christians dislike the Muslims. This fact, this opinion, difference in opinion regarding Jesus, should not make the Christians dislike the Muslims. This difference in opinion and one additional prophet should not make the Christians dislike the Muslims. That's my concern. I'm not furious. What bothers me is that he talks about those verses which are same or similar in the Bible. What disturbs me is the hypocrisy. That's my concern. And I want the people that watch him to actually do their bit of research each time they watch his video. Just do their part of research that I'm putting in front of you. Print out from the computer, if you find that easier, print out the names of the prophets, list of that name in English and in Arabic. Just print it out and put it in front of you each time you watch a video of Christian Prince. So you can easily find, for example, the name of the prophet doing such and such in the Bible, and you'll probably more than likely find it. And then complain if it's different. If it's different, then you could say that they're believing in something which is, out of the blue. That's my concern. I'm just helping you to think in your own initiative, and that's what my concern is. Rest is, I also said that Dr. Zakir Naik, for example, Christian Prince's real name is not Christian Prince. That's not his real name. So he can go to Dr. Zakir Naik's debates, his events, and he does not, of course, need to mention, of course it does not say in Christian Prince's passport, the name Christian Prince is not mentioned. This is not his identity name. If he shows his passport, Christian Prince, that name would not be mentioned. It would not be mentioned Christian Prince in his passport. And of course, if he buys Dr. Zakir Naik's ticket to attend his talk, it would not be mentioned on the ticket, the Christian Prince. That would not be mentioned. He can, as a commoner, attend Dr. Zakir Naik's talk. As a commoner, Dr. Zakir Naik does not know the real name of Christian Prince, and neither does the world. So he can attend Dr. Zakir Naik's talk anytime. He's a very good listener, and he listens to people. What he can do is he can attend his talk, put his hand up and say, I have this and that concern about the Quran. And immediately, Dr. Zakir Naik will just immediately bring a verse. It says in this such and such verse in the Bible, he will just mention right in front of his eyes. He knows he will be. Christian Prince never attends Dr. Zakir Naik's show, program or his event, whatever it is. He knows that Dr. Zakir Naik is going to bring up verses of the Bible which are similar to the Quran and have mentioned the same thing. He does not even dare to do that. These things, such as saying that Dr. Zakir Naik makes such and such excuses, is absolutely wrong. He can immediately, whenever he wants to, he can attend Dr. Zakir Naik's show and attend as a commoner. As a commoner, he can attend. There's no excuse. If he has misconceptions in his heart and he has hatred in his heart, he has to clear it. There's no excuse. And for example, if you think that Dr. Zakir Naik is making the excuse, then why did he upload videos mentioning Christian Prince versus Dr. Zakir Naik? Why is he doing this? Why is he creating such false videos which are not even Dr. Zakir Naik? Why are you claiming to have debated him? If you're not saying it from your tongue, why are you uploading videos which are not even Dr. Zakir Naik's voice in that? And the 2,000 people excuse is ridiculous because you can go as a commoner. The world does not know your real name. So these things you need to think in your own initiative. Does his passport does say Christian Prince? No. Does his driving license say Christian Prince? If he buys a ticket of Dr. Zakir Naik, would that ticket say Christian Prince? No. He should not. If he says, I'm not going to show my face, the world would not even know that's Christian Prince. He won't even recognize him because the world has not seen him. So there's no worry, there's no fear that he should not fear the concept behind obtaining the truth. If Dr. Zakir Naik is not able to win the debate, the world will see it. That world will see it. Or the YouTubers, people are going to make YouTube videos about it. There are going to be many uploads. That one Christian challenged Dr. Zakir Naik and won the debate, and that sort of things are going to be uploaded on YouTube. So that's what I'm saying. I have given him a challenge, the Christian Prince, saying that if he is truthful and if he is honest, he should, on his Facebook page, mention the verse he's going to challenge of the Holy Quran, and mention the verse he's going to challenge, and mention the questions, saying, I'm going to have a debate on Skype at 7:30 or whatever time, and the debate is going to be on this verse, and the questions will be these. If he's truthful, he would not fear anything. And preparation with preparation, well-known person with well-known person. My head will be down the day he speaks to somebody on Skype and shows a video of that person. That person has to be well-known. And he has to mention in advance on Facebook what verse he's going to bring up and what questions he has. Preparation with preparation, well-known person with well-known person, and knowledge to knowledge. That day my head is going to go down and I'm going to lose my challenge. That day. And that day will never happen. Okay? That day will never happen. I'm so confident. So that's my challenge. And this is a woman challenging him. This is a woman challenging him. So you're listening to my debate. And if since he's not going to do that, he would never do that, then you can do what I am telling you, to print out the names of the prophets and question every single debate of his. And I'm saying, and he should not be bringing up hadith. He should also mention which Quranic verse, it should say on the side, which Quranic verse and which surah he's mentioning. I'm asking him to not bring up hadiths. Hadith has 3 levels, authentic, good, and weak. 3 levels, and this is the work of the companions. Not bring up hadith, just bring up Quran. Just bring up the Quran and verses of the Quran, the surahs of the Quran, those verses from the Quran, and just challenge that. Limit himself to the Quran. That's my challenge. Okay? If you're a man of truth, you're not going to fear anything. My challenge is there. My head is going to go down the day he actually listens to the concept I have brought up. Well-known person with well-known person, preparation to preparation, knowledge with knowledge. Simple. If he doesn't want to show his face on Skype, no worries. He can show the opponent's face, the caller's face, and that person has to be well-known. That day my head is going to go down. That day I have lost this challenge. But until then, I am the winner of this challenge. My head is up high until that date. Thank you very much for listening. Take care and goodbye.